Hello everyone, I am doing a crochet tag today, and I will be tagging Stacy for sure, and then I'd like to tag some of the gals from my crochet and kind of yarn groups, and I'll go ahead and just personal message them. Alright, and I basically took two tags and I put them together, and the first question is, how long have you been knitting or crocheting? Well, I have actually been, I would say, playing with yarn for like the last 11 years. I learned how to loom knit back in high school. And then I really wanted to crochet, but when I looked at the books, well, actually, no, I wanted to knit because I figured knitting was easier than crocheting. But when I looked at the books, I couldn't quite figure out how to do it, and I didn't have anybody to show me. And back then, I don't think we really had any YouTube or anything like that, that could really help us out. So I just kind of tried. I used to be able to cast on, but I couldn't go any further than casting on. And then crocheting, I picked up about 2 years ago, right after my second child was born. And I was looking at the books. And then my friend Stacy recommended YouTube. So I kind of looked at the YouTube a little bit to help with the little parts I couldn't get in the books. And yeah, I can crochet now. Now knitting is a different story. Like, I can kind of knit, but not very well. And it's still a pain, and I can't, yeah, I still need to work on that one. It's pretty bad. And then I taught myself how to crochet. The next question was, who taught you how to crochet? And I taught myself how to crochet, and then a little bit of YouTube videos. Where do you knit or crochet? Well, I pretty much do it anywhere I can. I have a rocking chair in the living room, and I like to sit in that and crochet. Or in my bedroom, I used to have a little crafting area. And then, when do you crochet? Morning, afternoon, evening, or anytime? For me, it's anytime. And Junior's over there freaking out. Sorry. Alright, sorry, I am back. He is a crabby butt today, because yesterday, you could see on his legs, he got his little shots. So he is not happy. And we were up all night. We had the fever, the 102 fever. Yeah. Well, we're happy when Mama's with us, huh? Yeah, we're happy with the mama. Alright, so as you can see with the kids, anytime I can crochet, I do. I haven't been showing, I've been doing a little bit of crocheting, guys. Like, I've been doing some pot holders, giving them as gifts. But I haven't really had too much time to do much else. I'm trying to get things, he's getting older now, he's 6 months, so hopefully I can get a set time where I can crochet and get some things done. Because there's lots of things I'd like to get done. And I have like this long list of things like I need to get done, and I just haven't been able to get it done. And then, oh gosh, let's see here. What is your favorite hook size? Well, I think I like the 5.5. I can't remember what that is off the top of my head right now, but I just use the 5.5 a lot. Pretty standard 5.5. What is your favorite brand of hooks? I love the Susan Bait hooks. I like the aluminum ones. I found that I work best with those. I do occasionally like the plastic they're kind of like plastic ones. The little white ones. I like those ones too. The Boyd ones, I have them, and I'll use them if I can't find a Susan Bates one, which is rare because I usually keep all my stuff in a little container. But if I have left it in a project or something and I can't find it, then I'll use a Boyd one, and I can tell total difference. Yeah. Let's see. What is your favorite yarn? I would say my favorite yarn is probably like the Red Heart. I guess you could say brand-wise. I like them a lot because a lot of their yarn really isn't as bad as people make them out to be. Because some of them can be pretty soft, and then if you wash it with some fabric softener, it's even softer. But other than that, I love, and I don't have any around me, but I love the, is it Rennet? Sorry, there's, hopefully that wasn't too loud. School bus. We live next to a school, so school buses get kind of loud sometimes. Alright, but it's the baby chunky yarn. I think it's Burnett Baby. And it's the really soft, chunky yarn. Like, I made a blanket for both my girls and him, and they all love it. And they like to carry it around with them and things like that. We puked it up some. Alright, and then, let's see here. What is your favorite pattern? Oh, goodness. I don't think I actually have a favorite, but I do enjoy, like, the, I would say, just, like, the foods, making, like, the foods and the toys and all those things. I don't know, I just really enjoy, like, all sorts of different things, and plus it depends on my mood. Oh, goodness, this is a hard one. Who is your favorite crochet guru? And I would have to say I don't have a favorite. There's so many good ones out there. Bob Wilson, 123, the Crochet Geek. Those are two that I used in the beginning when I was trying out things. Oh, and then Yolanda. But I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head. But I haven't really done too many YouTube tutorials. I haven't followed too many other people really. What are your, oh, and I'd already answered this. What are your favorite things to knit or crochet? And that's just basically like, I guess you could say like the everyday items like play food and toys for the kids. But I really, really do like to make the hats for the kids. Like the really cute ones. And if some of you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I like to make those really cute hats with like the seasons and the holidays and things. So, yeah. What are you inspired by? I would have to say my kids because they are adorable. And so like if it's fall, I need to make him a pumpkin hat. And this year, if I can get it done or find a good enough pattern or come up with something myself, I will be making them all scarecrow hats. I think that'd be so cute. The girls already have pumpkin hats, and they should still fit them from last year. Alright, and, what do you use for a stitch marker? I actually use, I think it's the Susan Bates stitch markers. And then I also sometimes use a piece of yarn. That's what I used to use before I got stitch markers. What is the highest amount you paid for one skein of yarn? I would say, I think it's $10 for one of those huge 1-pounders. Yeah, and I didn't get it on sale. How many? Sorry. How many times have you redone a project before you got it right? Oh my goodness gracious. Probably too many times to count. I know that when I was starting out, I would rip rows out and go back through and do them again. And then sometimes I'd see that I made another mistake or the tension's not right. Alright, so for the next question it says, do you know how to read patterns? And yes, I do. That's actually originally how I was learning how to crochet, was reading the books and the patterns and things and learning what all those abbreviations meant. And sometimes when I go to like a YouTube, and I guess I don't do it too much, but sometimes when I go there and I'm following a person who's doing a tutorial, sometimes I like it better when they have a pattern that I can just read versus hearing what they're saying, because sometimes, you know, it happens, you know, they'll say the wrong thing or their meaning for something's a little bit different. Alright, and then the next question is, how do you feel when you're in a yarn store? This is to express your feelings. Well, I have to say when I would go to the Joann's where we used to live, I'd get kind of excited because there's so many nice yarns. But oh, so sorry guys. I would have to say, like, if there's a sale, oh my goodness, I get so excited and I start like thinking in my head, I'm like, do I need certain colors? Because, oh, you can always use more yarn, right, girls and guys? And I start thinking, are there projects on my list that I have on my list because I don't have the yarn for it yet, and that's why I haven't done it. And I get all excited, and oh yes, and like sometimes my husband's like, let's not even go in that store. Like down here now, or actually it's an hour away. There's a Joann's, but the yarn selection is so small, and my husband's like, let's not go in there, because he knows that like I want to look around, but I'm always disappointed because like where we live, it's a really small town, and we have one craft store. It's a Hobby Lobby, and it's like half the size of what I'm used to, so it's really sad. And the yarn selection is like a half of like one aisle. That's it. It's really sad. I cannot wait until we go visit family and there's like 15, 20 minimum craft stores there, and they're huge. So I'll be excited for that. And I might even squeal a little bit when I get into the yarn aisle. Do you have a lot of yarn but still feel like it's not enough? Yes, I would say my husband thinks I probably have way too much. But I don't think I have too much. Most of the yarn I have, it's usually like partial skeins, but like not too much has been used off of it because I got it for a project and I used it. I have a bit of baby yarn, but like most of the yarn has, I guess you could say, a project destination. Like it's going to a certain project, and that's where it's gonna go. And I can't use it for anything else really. So yeah, I kind of feel like I could use some more yarn. Do you think you're Yarnaholic? Yeah, yeah. I'm in 2 crochet groups on Facebook. I think it's Yarn Addiction. I think they changed the name, but it's like Yarn Addiction and Yarn Addicts. Have you ever freestyled crocheted? Yeah, that tends to be kind of more what I do anymore. It's like once you get the general idea down, and you get like that image in your head, you can kind of just go places with that. And sometimes I feel like you can do pretty good with that. Like when I make my hats, that's how I do it. I need to, I don't know. Yeah, because when it comes to the kids' hats, I can pretty much just freestyle that. They look really cool. Yeah. Express how you feel when you are counting in crochet and someone interrupts you. Oh, I don't usually do too much complicated things when it comes to crocheting around the kids. But if I do, I'll usually like be counting like in my head, and if they start like getting really loud or badgering me, and I'll usually tell them just a second and get back to counting. And if they don't stop, then you'll hear me and I'm like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'll be done and I'm like, okay, what do you need? Alright. But yeah, that can get a little frustrating. Usually I just count out loud. Do you dream about crochet? I do. I dream about projects that I want to get finished that like, oh look, I finished it, yay, and then I didn't. It was just a dream. Do you drive and crochet? No, I don't. But if you guys have watched another video, I even talked about this, how like I bring my crochet stuff with me, and sometimes like at a stoplight or stop sign, I feel like the urge to go over there and kind of just grab my hook and yarn and oh, sorry guys, and start crocheting. It says, do you crochet at work? Well, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I would say yes. But if I were to actually go have a job outside of work, it would probably depend on what it is and if I actually had time to crochet. But more than likely I would. Let's see. It says, do you dislike it when you have a simple pattern but it is hard to follow due to the way it is written? And I have to say, yeah. Usually in that case, I'll probably just try to find a different pattern, or I will probably not do it or find my own way of doing it. How many UFOs do you have? And then if you guys don't know, a UFO is an unfinished object. So I would say I have a box. With the move, I just put all of my UFOs and and my whips in a box. And the box isn't too big. It's just, I would say probably maybe 16 by 16 by 16. It's square. And it's not full, so I mean that's what I have. There's probably at least 10 things in there, maybe more. I cannot remember. But I know I have that granny square blanket I was working on, which a lot of those pieces I have just actually grown out and just given to the girls for their baby dolls. And then I have a mane in there I need to finish. He is still missing his legs and his arms. And then I need to do his face. So not too much left on him. I had his body and his overalls made. Oh, I'm pretty sure I have, yeah, because I never finished the reindeer hats. So I have those to do too. Yeah, I kept the, I know there's a couple other things in there, I'm sure. Oh, I know I have and the Christmas is coming. I have some Christmas rugs I was working on. Do you travel with your hook and yarn? And yes, I do. Just not yesterday, but the day before, we went to the Children's Museum, and I always have like a little bit of yarn and a hook in like a diaper bag. And I was trying to whip out some pot holders. The girls, my husband was with me, so the girls were running around with him playing, and I had Junior on the floor with some of the toys, and I was sitting there crocheting while he was goofing with the toys. Do you have any other hobbies? Yes. I like to make the hair bows and the flower clips, and I also like to make the tutu dresses, like the hair bow holders, like the wooden letters. I'll paint them, decorate them up, hang ribbon from them so the hair bows can get clipped to it. Trying to think. Oh, I like to cook. I like to read. And then something I would really love to do, but like I know I don't have time or space for another like hobby. I keep being goofies. I think you just need to go to Nate. I would like to make my own like wax and candles for melting in the warmers, or for just so it smells nicer. I've always liked candles. But if I were to do it, it would more than likely be just like for myself. I wouldn't really sell it. I might advertise it a little bit in my little boutique, but I don't think I would really try to sell it. Mostly be for me and for gifts for family and friends. And the other thing would be like homemade soaps and bath bombs. Oh my goodness, I love bath bombs, and I had somebody gift me one that they made themselves, and oh my goodness, I could not believe how awesome that was. Like, I'm 27 years old, and I just finally tried a bath bomb, and it was amazing. I could not believe how soft my skin was, how, like, it smelled amazing, and, like, even for, like, a couple days later, it was just so soft. And this boy is just a wiggle worm. He's been like this all night, going places. We're going places. Yeah, we're going places. Yeah, we're going places. Yeah. Alright, well, that's what I have, guys, for that crochet tag. And I'll put the questions I used down in the description box. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye.